Hello and welcome back to the Wonderkid Advent Calendar, and today we're in double figures now as we get to day 10. If you're enjoying the series so far, make sure you do drop a like on the video for me and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here with notifications turned on. So without further ado, let's get into day 10 and see who's behind that door. Behind door number 10 then, it's 17-year-old Lee Kangin of Valencia. As you can see, Lee Kangin is a very versatile attacking midfielder, can sort of play anywhere across the left-hand side of midfielder and in the middle. His most natural position is an attacking midfielder in that attacking midfield role. However, as you can see, he's also very comfortable in the centre of midfield as an advanced playmaker, and he's also pretty competent out wide as a winger as well, as you can see. Despite all this, he's not fully comfortable in one single position. His best, as you can see here, is nearly a full green attacking midfielder. So we're going to go with this for now for this episode. Again, another young player at 17 years old, got some really good attributes for his age. His technicals are probably his best attributes out there. Really good dribbling and first touch, passing and technique are all fantastic attributes needed for the attacking midfielder. His long shots could be better, but at 17 years old, of course, he's only ever going to get better. His physicals are a little bit hit and miss. He's got some really good acceleration and agility, but his strength, his jumping reach and his balance do let him down just a little bit. And it's a similar sort of story looking at his mentals. Got some really good flair and anticipation vision. However, when you look at other things that are probably slightly more important to his development, such as the concentration, bravery and determination, they're not quite as good, although his determination of 14 is pretty decent still. Now within Football Manager, Lee Kangin has played at Valencia his entire career. Made 11 appearances last season for Valencia B in the 2nd Division B3, so technically the 3rd tier of Spanish football. Probably won't make the step up to the Valencia first team this season, but has got a lot of potential, so may come on towards the end of the season as substitute. If we look at his attributes then, you can see that he's got a current ability of 90, which is one of the lowest that we've seen so far, but of course remember Lee Kangin is one of the youngest players that we've looked at so far. His potential, though, by contrast, is one of the highest of all the players that we looked at so far at 160. However, if he's going to reach that potential, you're going to have to work him pretty hard. His underlying stats aren't as good as other players as well. Professionalism of 13 is pretty decent, but ambition of 10, not the best. He hasn't got the greatest underlying attributes, so you're going to have to really work hard. As you can see, his most comfortable position is the attacking midfield, 20 out of 20, but of course, you can still train to become more comfortable within a designated role within that position. He's also got 19 out of 20 in central midfield, which is also very good, so he's quite versatile across the middle of the park, and with 14 out of 14 for both left winger and left midfielder, he's pretty strong there as well. Real Madrid rate him relatively highly, 1.5 star current ability and 3.5 star potential with a 48 out of 100 recommendation. That 3.5 star potential would put him better than Marco Asensio, but not quite as good as Gareth Bale or Isco. However, with 160 potential that we've seen him have so far, that may be a little bit low actually. I think he could have 4-star potential if we get a proper scout looking at him from Real Madrid as well. Now, of course, he's very young. Valencia don't want to sell him, but he's only valued at £140,000, so you should be pretty comfortable to be able to afford him, whatever club you are really. Only on £725 a week as well, so of course any sort of increase on that, he'll be pretty happy to come to you. The only thing is he's got no interest in joining Real Madrid right now. I guess he's pretty settled at Valencia, so you may want to give it a season or two before you try bidding and trying to get him off Valencia's hands. If you're a lower league club though, he's quite interested in coming on loan to you, so potentially you could try and get him on loan for 2 or 3 seasons before signing him permanently. Now all players in Spanish clubs have to have a minimum fee release clause. Lee Kangin has a minimum fee release clause of 72 million, so unless you really desperately want him, I don't think anyone's going to be paying that £72 million for him. Of course, it doesn't mean you have to pay £72 million for him. It's just the minimum fee release clause. If someone makes a bid of that much money, it has to be automatically accepted. Thank you very much for watching today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have done, make sure you drop a like on the video for me and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. I'll see you tomorrow.